yummy.
Beep, bum, bum, bum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
Once upon a time, in a small kingdom of tiny cottages, babbling brooks and rolling hills, lived a little witch. A middle-sized wolf, an absolutely enormous giant. His awesome footsteps echoed like thunder throughout the land.
Long ago, a huge giant lived on an island just off the coast of Cornwall. Every day, the giant would cross the causeway to the mainland and help himself to whatever he desires. He pinched everything: cattle, sheep, helicopters. Nothing was safe. Furthermore, he didn't look where he was treading and sunk so many local fishing boats that he got a medal from the King of Spain. But the King of Cornwall was so worried about the giant that he called a meeting. "My lords, ladies, good folk of Ponsas, who is fool enough, I mean brave enough to rid this town of the giant?" "Arr, what's the reward?" piped up Jack, the weak stripling of a boy of 12 summers with the mental age of 6 winters and very cold ones at that. "Well, since you're unlikely ever to win such a reward, you can have all the treasures in the giant's castle." Being a brave, foolhardy dimwit, he accepted the challenge, and the king commanded that a plot be reserved for Jack in the cemetery forthwith. Like Jack himself, his plan was simple enough. Armed with a bucket and a spade, he started to dig in the sand around the giant's castle.
Beep, bye, bow, bum. What are you doing, you bitchy bum?
"I'm only building sand castles."
I want to play as well.
"Well, bring a spade and you can." When the giant had finished digging, Jack thought it would be nice to take a photograph of him for his holiday album. "Right now, nice big smile," I said. "Back a bit, and a bit more, and a bit more."
Oh! Somebody get me a submarine!
When Jack claimed his reward, he found nothing but bones and broken helicopters. But the king presented him with a belt marked Jack the Giant Killer, and he set out to seek richer pickings from across the country. Such was his reputation that no giant was safe. One day, Jack turned to the land of the biggest, meanest giants of all, Wales. In one village in the valleys, there lived a prince. When he heard of Jack's arrival, he sent for him.
The local giant has stolen my princess and has locked her in a tower. Will you help me save her?
What's my reward?
You can have what's in my castle.
Jack remembered the measly reward he got from the giant's castle in Cornwall. I'll take what's underneath it instead.
Very well then, said the relieved prince.
And off they went until they reached the giant's castle, where his princess was locked in the tower. While the prince hid, Jack went from rock to rock, planting the prince's banners behind as many as he could before knocking on the huge door of the castle.
Be by bow, bam bio, langog, wid, gogog, diddly dum.
It's me, Jack, your friend.
What do you want, boyo?
I've come to protect you from the prince. See, he has an army of thousands. He wants his princess back.
I'm not scared of princess.
Actually, he was scared of Owen Lewis, who played number 2 for Pontypridd. But this prince has an army. The giant could not deny what he saw before him and asked Jack what he should do. You could hide in the wine cellar.
Ah, yippee! He might find me there.
So I'll lock you in and let you out when he's gone.
Oh, brilliant! Don't forget to lock me in.
And so, once more, with craft and cunning, Jack had beaten another giant. The prince collected his princess and left the giant in the wine cellar.
Someone get me a corkscrew.
Eventually, they arrived back at the prince's castle, and true to his word, he allowed Jack to have what was underneath his castle, which turned out to be the richest coal mine in the whole of Wales.
What a fool I am. There goes my pension.
As for Jack, he returned to his native Cornwall, where he was feted as a hero and a businessman. Pretty soon, Jack had covered the whole country with mines, digging out everything he could find: tin, coal, silver, helicopters. Now there is nothing left except lost legends of boys who went down the mines.
Lots of lovely girls. Oh, I dig one out. One more rock, yes.
There's more wolves and more witches and more giants here next.